Have you ever wondered what secrets your DNA might hold? Now imagine unlocking the mysteries of entire ancient civilizations through DNA. From forgotten languages to epic migration routes, and even ancient diseases, we're about to unravel the genetic time machine that connects you to our distant past. But hey, before we dive in, quick question. If your ancestors could DM you, what do you think they'd say? Probably something like, "Why don't you call anymore? It's been 10,000 years." Welcome to this adventure into ancient DNA, the microscopic detective that's rewriting history, one base pair at a time. Let's start with the basics. How do scientists even get DNA from people who've been dead for thousands of years? The process is like trying to assemble a shredded puzzle made out of dust. Researchers carefully extract DNA from teeth, bones, and even mummies. Fun fact, DNA can survive for tens of thousands of years, if the conditions are just right. Cold climates? Perfect. Humid jungles? Not so much, sorry, Indiana Jones fans. But it's not all smooth sailing. Ancient DNA is fragile. Imagine working with a phone battery that's been through the wash. Contamination is another nightmare. Scientists have to suit up like they're in an episode of Breaking Bad just to avoid leaving traces of their own DNA in the mix. And there's the ethical side. How do we respectfully study the remains of people who lived long before us? Who decides what's okay? Heavy stuff, right? Stick with me, because it only gets more fascinating. But wait, did you know we once accidentally resurrected a 700-year-old bacteria from a mummy's tooth? Yeah, maybe we're pushing the limits of just because we can doesn't mean we should. Jurassic Park vibes, anyone? Now here's where it gets mind-blowing. DNA isn't just about health or ancestry, it can even help reconstruct extinct languages. How, you ask? Genetic links between ancient and modern populations can reveal how people moved and mingled over millennia, and their languages evolved along the way. Take Otzi the Iceman, Europe's most famous frozen mummy. DNA analysis revealed his genetic ties to modern populations in Sardinia. Imagine if we could use similar techniques to pinpoint connections that might bring ancient Egyptian or Sumerian languages back to life. And that's just the start. What about migrations that shaped the very foundation of modern society? Spoiler alert, you're going to want to pack your imaginary time travel suitcase for this one. DNA is like a map, and ancient DNA? That's the GPS that tracks humanity's journey across the globe. For example, genetic evidence traces the migration of early humans out of Africa over 60,000 years ago. It even reveals how Neanderthals and Homo sapiens intermingled. Yes, we're all carrying a little caveman DNA. So, the next time someone calls you old-fashioned, just nod and say, "Thank you. I have a legacy to uphold." But here's the kicker. DNA also tells us how groups of people moved because of climate change, wars, or pandemics. These patterns help explain how populations like yours and mine came to be. Isn't that wild? And speaking of pandemics, did you know ancient DNA has helped us uncover the actual pathogens that caused historical plagues? Scientists decoded the Yersinia pestis bacteria behind the Black Death, which killed millions in medieval Europe. Here's the twist. Studying ancient diseases could actually help us fight modern ones. Imagine finding clues in ancient DNA that could one day prevent the next global pandemic. The past isn't just history, it's a survival guide. But this journey into the past isn't over yet. Up next, what does the future hold for ancient DNA research? The possibilities are beyond ancient. Here's where things get truly next level. Ancient DNA research is helping us understand where we came from, but it could also transform our future. Think about it. What if ancient genetic traits could inspire breakthroughs in medicine or even climate resilience? But, plot twist, it also raises huge ethical questions. Should we use ancient DNA for modern purposes? And who gets to decide what's right to do with it? It's a lot to think about, but one thing's for sure. Every discovery we make brings us closer to understanding the incredible story of humanity, your story. If you're as fascinated as I am by ancient DNA, then you're going to love my next video where we dive into the mystery of how humans almost went extinct 70,000 years ago. Trust me, it's a survival story you don't want to miss. Hit that like button, Share this video with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing journeys through science, history, and technology. Until next time, keep exploring the past to unlock the future.